Anytime I open a software program for the first time, I always feel a little awkward trying to find my way around. The interface is foreign, the icons don't make sense. It seems to always take me a little time to familiarize myself with the new environment. And my guess is you'll probably feel the same way the first time you open 3ds Max. There's a lot of bells and whistles, and frankly, its interface and layout can be a little more intimidating than most. In the next couple of minutes, we'll see if we can't get you a little more comfortable with how the program is laid out. A tour around 3ds Max should probably start by first talking about the big four squares that make up the majority of the interface. They're referred to as viewports, and they're in essence the windows into your 3D world. The reason there's four of them is because each viewport points in a different direction, which allows you to view your scene from various vantage points or orientations in order to best make sense of all three dimensions. You have one view that shows the scene from straight ahead, one that provides a look from over top, one that gives you a look from the side, and then one that offers an adjustable three-dimensional orientation of your work. The names of the direction or orientation can be found in the upper left-hand corner of each view. In the upper left-hand corner of the interface, you'll find the Application button and Quick Access toolbar, which collectively provide quick and easy access to Max's file management commands. Holding your mouse over a particular command provides a brief description of that operation. If you open the application menu using the Alt-F keyboard shortcut, the drop-down will display the associated shortcuts for the menu choices. For example, O would open a file, while P would provide your import options. Simply moving the mouse instead of pressing a key will take you back to the regular menu layout. On the Quick Access toolbar, you'll find it easy to create a new scene, open or save a file, or redo or undo a scene operation. You also have your standard pull-down menus with commands categorized by topic. Keyboard shortcuts are listed to the right, in addition to arrows that offer additional commands and options that pertain to the particular topic or feature. Below the pull-down menus is a row of icons that's formally referred to as the toolbar. The toolbar provides access to many of the most common tasks, including selecting, moving objects around your scene, and rendering. You'll notice that holding your mouse on top of an icon reveals the name of that particular command. Many of the toolbar icons have small little marks in the lower right-hand corner of their picture. Holding down on that icon will display a drop-down flyout containing a list of other commands within that particular menu. The column on the far right is referred to as the command panel, an area where you'll be spending a great deal of time. The command panel consists of 6 individual columns grouped by function. Each column being accessed by simply clicking on its icon. It'll be in the command panel where you'll make, modify, and in essence control the things you've created. 2 panels in particular will be used continually, those being the Create column, which as the name implies holds many of the creation commands, and the Modify column, which you'll be accessing over and over again when wanting to modify or edit the things you've made. So Create when adding new things to your scene, and Modify when making edits or modification to those scene elements. The lower right-hand corner of the interface holds your viewport navigation controls, commands that will allow you to control what you see and exactly how you look into your viewports. We'll be taking a closer look at those options in the next video. At the bottom of the screen is where you go when it's time to animate. The area that looks like a ruler is called the timeline or trackbar. It tells you how long your animation is, measured in frames. Above the timeline is the time slider, which is what you use to move in time, pulling it to the right to go forward in time, and carrying it back to the left to go backwards. To the right of the timeline, you have your animation playback controls, which work similar to controlling the playback on a DVD or VCR. You have buttons that'll take you to the start or end of your animation, others to move you forward and backward one frame at a time, and the actual playback button that you'll use when wanting to view your timeline as an animated clip. So that's a quick overview of the Max 2010 interface. Something about your control device, your mouse in other words. You definitely want to make sure you're using a 3-button mouse, as Max has been specifically designed to take advantage of all 3 of those buttons. Inasmuch as the majority of your clicking will be done with the left button, both the middle wheel and the right mouse button have specialized features and controls that you'll no doubt want to use during your normal workflow. So you'll need a little coordination in those fingers of yours as you collectively click your way to the next Academy Award-winning short. Coming up in the next video, we'll begin taking a closer look at some of the options you have when navigating around in your viewports.